The government has been urged to set up special task forces in each village in Serengeti district, Mara region, in order to prosecute parents who refuse to send female children to school while they are being used as investments, including a bridal price. Here are the details.
This was said by CCM Serengeti District Chairman Chandi Mara while speaking to parents, guardians, students and administrators of Twiboki Nursery and Primary School in Serengeti District. Gender activist and manager of Twiboki School, Grace Nankwe, said due to poor education by residents of Serengeti region, she was motivated to set up the school so as to provide education services in the district, particularly to female children. Some of the students said that it was time for the government and parents to cooperate in ensuring female children receive equal rights in education opportunities so as to rid society of patriarchy.
The government has assured cassava farmers of a market in China and has called on farmers to increase yields of the crop. Here's more of the story.
Speaking in Dar es Salaam at the launch of Cassava Week in the country, Minister for Agriculture, Professor Jumanne Magembe, said cassava prices have been rising at fast rate due to the increase in demand for its various uses. Nigerian Ambassador to Tanzania, Dr. Ishaya, said that the cassava crop commands a high demand in Nigeria and farmers have positioned themselves to benefit from its sale.
To sensitize all the stakeholders and those on the sidelines to get involved in cassava production. It is no longer a food security crop. It has gone beyond that. It is a cash crop.
Earlier, representatives of International Agriculture Research Organization and Africa said there has been great success, including fighting crop disease and increasing yields following research on the cassava crop.
What is interesting is that growth was not driven by the traditional area where Africa has put this mean the natural exploitation of natural resources, but by the growth in the domestic market. This means that Africa somewhere is growing, Africa is attracting, Africa has good news. But we are not blind. Africa has also many problems. And in agriculture in particular, we are still very far in the strategy to intensify our agricultural production.
And that is the end of the national news. Stay tuned. Up next is African news after this short commercial break. Welcome back, and on the African scene. UK Prime Minister David Cameron and French President Nicolas Sarkozy are in Libya, the most senior Western leaders to visit since Muammar Gaddafi was ousted. They will meet National Transitional Council leaders in Tripoli before flying to Benghazi, where they're expected to speak in the former rebel stronghold's Liberty Square. Here are the details.
Well, we're expecting two very senior leaders of two very important delegations. I think, Foley, this is all about building confidence. Of course, France and Britain took leading roles in the intervention in Libya, but it's much more important now than in this post-Gaddafi period, even though Gaddafi, of course, has not entirely disappeared from the picture, that France and Britain be also seen to be leading the recovery. This is a city I described many months ago when I was here back in March as a place that looked like it had been hit by a neutron bomb. The buildings were standing, that the people had disappeared. Britain and France need to engage to show the world that there is a post-conflict plan, there is security, there is stability, there is confidence, and they're coming here, one would imagine, to start that ball well and truly rolling.
Police in Kenya has seized 30 pieces of elephant tusks at the port of Mombasa. The tusks were impounded last evening after an inspection was carried out by security agents and custom officials on several containers. Here's more of the story.
We are going to cooperate with the customs and the other relevant authorities to ensure that we get the clearing agent who has just disappeared. He disappeared immediately. It was noticed that he was clearing illicit goods. And therefore, we are going to look for him and ensure that we get relevant evidence to take him to court together with his masters.